So, welcome to the lovely little emplacement one-shot for the week, for the next foreseeable time. This is a very awesome one-shot written by Redditor user Raptor Heist on the D&D subreddit called The Man Who Casts No Shadow. It's a great little one-shot. I played it a few times before, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. A little bit of spookiness for the season, right?
Perfect.
Spooky.
Right on.
I fucking love spooky season.
All right, so if you all are ready to get into it, we'll have sort of an introductory period as just a few minutes into it, but there is a small little introduction piece. If you all are ready.
Let's roll.
Yeah, let's
All
do
right.
it.
My microphone just fell over.
Great
It was
start.
a ghost. A ghost did it.
The ghost. Oh, goodness sakes. All right. There's been no greater adventurer than Darius Vitellius. Who else could have saved the Empire from the dreaded Double Tarask? Who else could have retrieved the famous treasure of Unmatsumsa and lived to tell the tale? Is this Oh, wait, whoa, my plate just glitched out. Oh, Jesus. Each person in this group has met with this kind traveler and adventurer and shared many an adventures with him, with their good friend Darius. Now, you finally meet when you all have received an invitation to visit his vineyard, located along the coast of the East Empire of Remora. What does this mighty hero have in store for this elite group of compatriots? Is it simply a friendly visit, as indicated by the letter, or does he have more in store for our newly formed party? Newly formed. So, our adventure begins on a carriage carrying all of you along the cliffs of the White Sea. The carriage, looking forward, is pulled by two large Remorian ibexes, distinguished by their four horns, and directly in front of you is a very bright, almost fiery red gingered halfling driving the carriage. Moving along at a distant pace, looking over the sort of cliff sides, you all can feel the heavy wind coming off the coast, rustling the fall leaves and the local foliage, as the smell of salt water is filling the air. Distant across the horizon, across the main section of the bay, is the city of Laurentia, made up of beautiful marble buildings perched along the cliffside. As you all continue down the cliffside pathway, these giant mole seals come out of their rocky nests to stick their heads out, barking at you and making a lovely symphony of sounds and sights and smells for each one of you as you guys are traveling up the mountainside cliff. While you're all seated together, I would ask that each one of you introduce yourselves with your name, your character's name, and any details that you feel comfortable sharing.
Sure.
You guys have to go first.
No, definitely the band manager.
No. It ruins the joke if you guys don't go first.
Okay.
All right. Well, I am Anthony, and I am playing Tilly Firstrong. I'm a satyr bard. If you don't know what a satyr is, it is kind of like a goat sort of
you mentioned
creature.
the last name. They're not supposed to know.
It's Phil from Hercules. Danny DeVito and Hercules.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe not as
so I'm
chubby
a
though.
College of Valor bard. I play the drums. That's about it.
Okay. I am Casey, and today I will be playing Billy Firstrong, who is also a satyr bard. I am from the College of Lore. Bit of a straightforward, intelligent individual. Likes the finer materials and likes to look. Also, maybe a little outspoken about his tastes.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Great. My name is Will. I'm playing Willy Firstrong, also a satyr bard of the college, or was it college, right? College of Lore.
Mm-hmm.
And I am the dark brooding one of the group. I play the upright bass. I spend most time indoors writing dark poetry, and I spend a lot of time in graveyards as well. My goal is to have everyone leave me alone and die eventually.
Oh, I forgot to mention Tilly likes to smash, because he's a drummer. So
Yeah.
I might be hitting things a lot.
Yeah, I didn't mention that my as a frontman, my weapon of choice is the ukulele. I like
I'll
to lead
destroy
with
you
ambition.
with my songs.
I like to lead with ambition, baby.
And and Jeff.
And I'm Phil Gordon. I'm the manager for this band of satyrs. I am roughly about 50, 55 years old. I'm a human wizard. Um, I have been managing this band for about, I don't know, like 3-4 years. My previous band all died in a horrible accident, and I've just been wandering the roads ever since.
Nice. I
Got
like
some
it.
sad music for you, Jeff.
Oh, goodness. So, these are our lovely players for the evening, and who are going to be experiencing the one shot alongside all of you lovely listeners. Is there anything you all want to do as you're looking out the windows, the sort of main entrance of the carriage open to view the driver carrying you up the cliff?
I would like to just say that Phil is smoking his pipe, and you can assume what's inside of it.
Oh, he's getting bent.
We're just traveling to the beat of my drum.
Oh, goodness.
That's why he's smoking. It's been 6 hours of this drum beat.
Oh, God. Tony, you definitely can hear, like, as you're pounding away on the drums, you can see the driver kind of swaying to the beat, you know.
Oh yeah, well, we
He's
gotta get
enjoying it.
everyone into
He's
it.
enjoying
We
it.
are the greatest band in the entire multiverse.
The best on the East Coast that exists. We're gonna stick
Oh,
to
lovely.
lore.
All right. As you guys are continuing on, it's probably close to early evening, about 4 p.m., 4:30. You all are sort of traveling further and further up this cliff. You can definitely tell that distance is passing, but it is a lot of vertical rather than more horizontal movement. So you can still keep a perfect eye on Laurentia. The bay is in full view, and it's still that really salty air just completely invading your nostrils. It's a very almost like a pristine, like Greek beach. It's a very nice place.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
I hate this place. There's too much sun.
Well, if you hate
Oh,
this place, you
brother.
should
Ease up.
stay.
We'll be getting paid soon.
It's okay, brother.
Willy, you will hear from the front of the cart. Well, if you don't like this place, you shouldn't stay in Laurentia alone. It's sunny everywhere, and a very big hearty laugh that I can't do.
I
and that
don't
was
plan
the
to.
Oh, but you were brought here on the commands of Master Vitellius. What do you know?
Well, hopefully we get to leave soon.
Well, he's been known for his raging parties. And a big one. Again, big hearty laugh from the
I hate
driver.
parties.
Oh, Willy, you know that our family loves to party. We engage in lots of revelry.
I only do it because you guys make me.
Oh, I like this one, pointing at Drummy Boy.
Oh, you learned to
I
love
like
me,
it
lad.
too. We're gonna rage.
Wait, is there like an Irish accent thing happening? Like, is that one?
It is a perfect accent for what I meant it to do, you know. As in not
cover.
good. There's no description for him, so it's fine.
No, I meant Tony and Casey.
Oh,
They both
Tony, I don't
sounded
know
like
what
they were-
Tony's doing.
I don't know what
I
I'm
don't-
doing.
You'll,
I'm
fi-
just
you'll
talking.
find it. You'll find it.
Okay.
Oh, goodness sakes. But yeah, so you guys are continuing on for a pretty good while. It's actually starting to get to sundown. Excuse me. By the time the carriage sort of starts to slow its approach, looking straight out, there's a large waterfall that is running along the entire cliff. You can kind of see it even dipping down and going underneath a bridge section of the road, and it sort of circles back around the same cliff face, almost like you can imagine what it would look like if it was a wall. It would be almost like cutting off the cliff face, that sort of general shape. But the road immediately takes a steep turn and follows directly along that river on the inside path. Pretty wide river. You could probably get across it with a good jump. And then right about a few minutes later, you
Wide river.
wide river to cross. You all arrive at the stone walls surrounding what you can imagine is Mr. Darius Vitellius's vineyard. The carriage pulls to a halt, and the driver starts to unlash the ibexes.
All right, brothers, should we go in and party?
Where do I start?
I suppose.
So, are you guys just getting out of the cart then, or?
I guess what do we experience?
Yeah, you all pop out of the cart, and Christopher will sort of open, or you guys never learned his name. The carriage driver will open up the main gate leading into a very beautiful stone courtyard. Sort of looking around, you can see the actual beginning of the vineyard. These beautifully perfect crested lines of grapes with a strangely blue hue to them, with which, if any of you have any kind of drop my microphone again. Jesus. And yeah, I hate this tripod so bad. Anyway, what should we call it? If any of you are relatively familiar with nature, these are just specific ones that are cultivated in this area. But even more impressive than the perfectly cultivated vineyard is the large main building in front of you. It almost looks like a Greco sort of summer home of this brilliant sandstone and marble, beautiful wooden fixtures of treated wood, and stained glass in almost every single window. There's a large section following up, leading into it, surrounded by these small statuettes, and then one central fountain with a large fountain. Statue of a wizard holding a long staff with a very dull, almost opalescent crystal on the top. But it is a rather large courtyard, probably fit about 4 to 5. Four to five carriages.
Big
And
Kmart's.
huh?
Yeah, what's
It's
the size in Kmart's?
A size in Kmart's, I'd say about 2/3 of a Kmart.
Okay.
It's a decent
the
size.
joke lives on. I love it. Is there anybody present?
Yes, actually. Looking past, additionally, you can kind of see that alongside the side of the houses are large, sort of humanoid statues with a river running in sort of shambles underneath them as they point at the walls of the house. And opening the front door is what most of you would recognize being relatively not common, but unique enough to be noticed. Is what you all recognize as a loxodon in plain white robes and a small golden necklace.
No.
Welcome to the house. You must be Mr. Vitellius's friends.
So
Yes, we are. We're here to rock.
Well, I was not told anything about rocking, but you are welcome to come in. I am the caretaker Pyrus. And he will sort of snap his fingers, and 2 halflings will come out, holding out sort of trays for you all to put your damp or any kind of overcoat on.
Phil jumps back because he did not expect to see 2 halflings come out of nowhere. He goes, "Huh."
Now, do I know that this is a winery? Because I saw grapes.
You would definitely, in the invitation, you know that
to
Vitellius
conclusion.
owns a vineyard. This is the vineyard, yes. It's not particularly like a winery. They don't like
Yes.
produce
Just
massive
curious.
amounts of wine. But yes, this is a vineyard.
So I'm gonna respond with, "Oh yes, I could use me a drink, sir, and that's okay. My leather's waterproof."
We have the perfect blue Laurentian wine inside. Please, come in.
Oh
Pyrus.
my! You just said the magic words.
Pyrus will sort of gesture all of you in to come on into it.
Phil's gonna be polite and just like tap out the ashes from his pipe before he puts it in his pocket, and just goes, "This man better have my money."
All right.
So what are we playing tonight?
Playing? What do you mean? He sort
Well,
of does
we're a
look
band.
confused. I'm confused. What do you mean?
Yes,
thought
sir. I
you
thought
all...
we were gonna be jamming out. Where's
Guys,
We're
where's
gonna
all
play
the-
music.
all the
Guys.
men. Where's our crowd?
Guys, I
I
told you
assumed-
this so many times on the way here. We are not here for a show. We are here because you called a favor into me, and this dude owes me like 600 gold pieces. That is
Are you
why we're
speaking
here.
of Master Vitellius?
Yeah, Doug.
Doug?
Doug owes me money, okay?
Doug
I
owes
do
us
not
money.
know a
Okay.
Doug, but
Oh,
if you
we
were
have
to
a song
speak-
about owing money.
Oh,
Are we ready to play the
yes.
song about owing
We
money?
will break his legs. We'll break his legs. Break his legs. We'll break his legs.
Well, all right then.
I wrote the lyrics to that one.
Yes, he did. I just put it out there for the world.
Oh goodness. Pyrus will look confused and is just sort of, sir, what did you mean called upon for a favor?
Well, what did the invitation tell us exactly? You didn't say what the invitation said.
Yes, 1 second. The invitation doesn't actually have anything written there, but basically it told you to come here on this date, to come to the vineyard for a visit, as he had something to give you.
Yeah, that's the favor. He called in a favor for me to come here.
May I see this letter, please?
Oh, it must be the wine.
I'm gonna like rummage through all my pockets and start pulling out like receipts.
Like
and,
a bag of weed.
No, it's not weed. This is a PG-13 show. It's
Tobacco.
It's oregano.
Okay.
And like some cigarette butts, and like hand him like a very crumpled note.
So Pyrus is going to pull it out, and this is the note that you received from Darius. And Pyrus will read it over very slowly and have a strange, confused look. Master Vitellius has not been here for almost a week. He left before sunup.
Ugh, I knew Doug would do this. I fucking hate this guy.
Well, he did leave a letter. Please, he'll sort of snap his fingers, and the the brown-haired, sort of smaller halfling will come up, and he'll say, "Paulo, please give them the finest blue wine we have in stock. I will be right back." And he'll start heading upstairs. Paulo, the halfling, will sort of have a large pitcher and glasses for each one of you if you all want to drink.
Oh, I'm in.
Well, first I'm gonna whisper to my
love.
brothers.
Make a big one.
I'm gonna whisper to my brothers and Phil. So there's no gig? We're not playing tonight?
I told you so many
Tilly.
times this was not a
Oh,
gig.
don't worry, Tilly. We will play, and they will come.
Ooh.
I'm gonna take
I'm
a
ready to
flask out of
smash.
my
Just
pocket.
tell me when.
I'm gonna take a flask out of my pocket, dump out the contents of what probably smells like very cheap liquor, and just pour some of the wine into the flask, then put it back in my
Okay.
pocket.
You're supposed to
You
take
get
it
about
to the
a-
head first and
Yeah.
then fill it up. Come on,
You
be a
get
proper
a good,
alcoholic.
you get a good, I would say, size of a flask. You get about what one glass of this wine would be.
I'm also going to start drinking.
Okay. Very
I poured a heavy
quickly, so
vial.
I don't forget, what is everyone's constitution scores?
Ooh, not
I am
good.
at 12.
You're 12? Okay.
10.
Okay.
I got a 15.
15. Am I
Okay.
rolling rolling or just give me the flat score?
Just needed to know your modifier.
Modifier is 2.
Perfect. Okay. That's
Oh,
all I
well, the
needed to know.
modifier
Thank
is
you.
1, but
I 12 and 10. I knew I had 15. I did not know off the top of my head. Perfect.
Cool.
Absolutely.
0.
Yep. So you all get a decent drink in you.
I didn't drink. I put it in my flask for later. I did not drink.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So
Oh,
you're
important
fine.
to
It's
then.
important that
gold.
you don't double dip between your choice of inebriation.
Yeah. So Tony, you're a little bit. You're feeling it. It's really
feeling it.
really good wine. This is smooth, no bitterness. I mean, it's really good wine. But you definitely are feeling it after that first glass.
It's getting sauced.
I'm in my happy place now.
But
this is when the magic comes out. I'm only 1 glass in.
if you all would want to roll insight on the wine or some other wisdom, I keep dropping this microphone.
Oh, I'm not drinking.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 19 for insight.
You would very much know that blue wine is well known for being shipped around a lot. It's expensive and it's really high alcohol content. It's easy to get drunk without knowing it.
Okay. I rolled a 17, so I guess I know the same, maybe.
You know
It
the
was an
same.
insight,
It's
sure.
relatively common
Yeah,
knowledge.
that's why I was excited.
Figure
There's been a
One
few
glass.
sort of kings drinking it and then confessing their love for a barmaid here and there.
it figures that Doug has the good stuff around here.
Well, he makes it. This is the place that produces it. But after about 10 or so minutes, you kind of hear some clanking upstairs. Pyrus will come back downstairs holding a ornamental silver scroll case with a strange sort of like almost enchantment on it. You can see the shimmering of magic effects coming off of it. But it is very nice looking, and he sort of sets it on the table and Darius left this for you. I don't know what I'm doing with the accent. Darius.
You went from Russian to whatever this is.
Darius left this for you.
It's like Scottish.
Yeah, I don't know.
Scottish Russian.
It's deep voice and slow. It's fine. Darius left this for you. He believes that it was meant for you. And it's just laying on the thing. It's a once again, very shiny silver scroll.
Well, I'm just gonna open it or attempt to open it.
Okay. As soon as you place your hand on it, each ends start to unscrew themselves and pop the case open as the entire sort of case is now free for you to tip over the side and get the letter.
Yeah, dump that bad
Jeff.
boy out.
What was your
Okay.
character's name, Jeff?
Phil.
I forget. Phil. Okay.
Phil Gordon.
So we have Phil Gordon, Willy the emo, we have Tilly the drummer?
Yep.
Tilly the drummer, and
Billy the front man.
Billy the frontman. Right.
I'm not emo, I'm goth.
There's a difference.
There's a difference.
Okay. As you tip it over, a large sort of pretty new scroll pops out. You can tell there's no really weathering on the parchment, but falls out and lands onto the coffee table in front of you.
Well, I'm just gonna read it.
Okay. Are you going to read it like holding it up in front of you or kind of down on the table?
I feel like down on the table is the easier thing for me to do.
Perfect. So you open it up down on the table, and directly on it, in what you recognize as Darius's handwriting, reads out, "I hereby bequeath my land and any other remaining property to Billy, Phil, Willy, and Tilly, in the eyes of both gods and men." And it's signed, notarized.
About time he paid up.
What did it say, love?
Yeah. What does it say?
Well, he's given the property to us, boys.
The whole winery is ours.
Yeah.
Does that include all the drink? We
Yeah.
won't
Presumably,
break his
Billy.
legs, won't break his legs.
This will become the greatest venue the world has ever seen.
Oh my god, Tilly. We can really turn this place into a good concert hall.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
Now,
gonna
You guys
we're,
know you
we're
guys
gonna
can't
play
drink
every
the
night.
wine that we're making here, right?
What do you mean?
You-
Why else would we make the wine?
You need to sell it to the people to make money.
They'll get their share after I'm
Yeah.
done.
We're selling them the experience of our band.
We keep it on tap for them. It brings them here.
Phil's just gonna roll up the scroll and put it back in the tube and just sigh profusely.
Okay. Are you going to roll it up sort of so that the front that you just read is toward the open face or the inside?
The inside, like a normal person would roll a piece of paper up, like a poster.
There's more writing on the back.
Oh, okay. You should have told me that.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess
I-
as I try to do that, I see it and then I turn it over.
Yep. There's a reason I asked if you were going to hold it up, because you can see it. All right. As you turn around the other side, it's a much larger paragraph. And written out, just so all of you know to keep this in your minds, written out on the same side, same handwriting, but seems to be blood splotches in several of the corners and even in the center of the page, blocking out a few of the words. Do not invite him inside. He'll make it through the gates, but by no means must he be allowed into the building. Do not listen to anything he tells you. He will say anything to find a way in. Do not try to fight him. He is more powerful than all of you combined. No matter what happens, do not enter the room at the back of the cellar. Do not leave the building until sunrise. If you do, you will die. I'm sorry. Signed and notarized, once again, by Darius Vitellius.
All right, boys. There's a catch. There's always a catch with Doug. I fucking hate this guy. Apparently, someone's gonna try to come to the place. It doesn't say when, though. Of course, there's a tell when. But we can't let him in, and we can't go to the basement.
Our first fan?
It's not a fan, because it does say he's going to try to kill us. He's going to stab you right in your gut.
Oh, well, that's a normal fan.
How splendidly
It's
morbid.
nothing we haven't dealt with before.
I need you guys.
Yeah, good old Tilly over here knows how to deal with them. We don't have to worry about them.
Wait,
Poor
what's
to
in the
not so hard.
basement?
I hit my breastplate.
Are there dead bodies in the basement?
Knowing Doug.
By the way,
it's probably
Pyrus
just
is
hookers.
still there. Pyrus is looking very concerned.
This is straight up Metalocalypse, but like D&D.
All right, Jeff, carry on. What you were explaining your character.
We can't go in the basement. And it said like one room in the back, right? Is that what it said?
The winery in the back.
You do not go into the back of the cellar and do not leave the building until sunrise. That's the
And we
only
can't
limitations.
leave until tomorrow morning. Got it, boys? And I sort of like point at my eyes and point at all of them to make sure that they're looking at my eyes.
I'll probably be going to sleep at 4 in the morning after all this blue wine, but we'll see.
This place does seem big enough. I don't think I need to leave.
Has anyone had an extra glass of blue wine, by the way?
I had one that we'll consider it to be 1.5 servings because I poured heavy.
Okay.
I'm
Are
still
you gonna
feeling
go-
pretty good, so I did not grab a second glass.
Yeah. All right.
I guess I'm approaching tipsy with how concentrated you say these are.
You're about halfway there.
Okay, halfway to drunk or halfway to tipsy? I need to know
Halfway to
'cause
unconscious.
halfway to unconscious. All right, so I'm a little beyond tipsy. Okay, so I
No,
can
you're about
start-
halfway to intoxicated.
Pylus,
Okay.
do you
I
know
didn't know my level.
who Doug's talking about?
Pyrus.
Pyrus.
Uh,
Pylus.
Please let me.
Pilates.
yes,
Fuck, Jeff.
please-
What was your name, Jeff?
Phil.
Phil.
Phil Gordon.
Phil. I
Phil.
gotta write that down because I need to know your name. My other ones are easy to remember, but Phil.
Yes, please. Let me read that, and he'll stick out his big old Loxodon paw.
Yeah, I'll hand it over.
He'll unfurl it very gently and read it over. First reading actually the backside, and then going to the front side. And eyes, you can just see immediately widen. You all are the owners of the manors now.
Yep.
Does
Well,
that
I-
mean you work for us?
I mean, I'm sure he's his
Technically,
own
my-
person. We have to go over the
yes.
books first and see how we're paying for these halflings and this dude over here.
Technically, my servitude is 20 years and is
Phil,
linked to
relax.
the property. Not
Have a
the
glass of
person.
wine.
The
We've
specific
never
word
had
behind it is-
employees. This is cool.
Technically, whoever is the proprietor of the property, I belong to them. My servitude is not up for another 10 years.
So we can do with you whatever we want.
I'm gonna like swat Willy. Like, listen, buddy.
Within ethical reason, small man.
I don't.
Small
Wait a minute,
man.
wait a
I
minute.
don't know what.
You have to work here for another 10 years?
Yes, it is part of a deal.
Why don't you just... You can leave. It's okay.
I cannot.
Listen,
Will we release you?
It does not.
he's not a
work that
genie,
way.
okay, Tilly?
Pyrus is slowly getting more confused. If you would like to know the reason behind it, you can roll history.
I mean, I'll try.
Be
Jeff,
my
I don't
guest.
think you're prepared for how much babysitting you're about to have to do. Oh my god.
Phil is
He's
never
not even the
prepared.
DM, and he's gonna have a harder night than you.
What'd you get,
Jeff.
Tilly?
I don't know shit. I rolled a 1.
You are firmly believe that it is just as easy as you're gone, leave, get out of here. You believe it's that easy.
Listen,
Yeah, he's free
buddy.
now.
Pyrus, I don't know what kind of racket Doug was running up here, but I don't do slavery. It's not my thing. I've been out of that game for years. All right?
It's not slavery.
He's paying you?
No, it's a deal with the Laurentian government.
They're paying you?
Technically.
Oh, fuck it, then you're good.
He'll sit down and explain basically that it's a program within Laurentia to get whatchamacallit, so they could handle some issues with immigration they were having, where people were where people were leaving for work. They didn't have quite enough work, so they were trying to get many more citizens in. So there was a lot of sort of indentured servitude with a side payment of you basically get a free house, free healthcare, free magic healing, things like that, as long as you're working for a set amount of years.
Not a bad deal, actually.
But Pyrus, is this what you really want to do, man? You should really just pursue whatever you want.
It's better than working on a ship.
I don't know. I've been on some pretty cool boat parties.
Yeah, man.
By the way, if you all want to go to the main section, number 2 as the pictures that I posted, that is sort of the downstairs area. For listeners, there is sort of a large central living area with various cellar stairs, window stairs, upstairs, leading upstairs, things like that.
Wait, this is the ground floor that we entered into?
Yes, the second picture down. And then there are many other rooms, and you can actually kind of go back and forth and explore that area if you all would like.
Okay.
I need to use the toilet.
As I walk in, I'm gonna be
You're
like,
welcome to go use the restroom.
"Ah, brothers, this blue wine's making me want to play in the key of B, boys. Can we play in the key of B?"
Ooh, I do love the key of B.
Pyrus is eyeing the wine.
I'm walking away from them. I'm going to head towards the bookshelf and just kind of give it a cursory glance. Does anything stick out to
Absolutely.
me? Something that I know that Darius wouldn't keep on in his personal library.
A few actually do. Looking around, most of them are actually. A lot of them have sort of the spines coated in some kind of wax sealer. A few of the seals are broken, and a few actually have like engravings on them saying various things of like cultivation of grapes, farming techniques, business techniques, things like that. 3 of them that do have their seals broken are actually sort of almost jankily put into the shelving, halfway sort of sticking out or jutting other books to the side, making those specific rows have a very unorganized feeling. Picking out these 3 books, you can see that the wax seals have actually been recently broken, only probably by a couple days. And these 3 books are on werewolves, vampires, and demons.
What kind of shit were you doing, Doug? I always knew you'd fall in the bad crowd.
I'm gonna walk over to the fireplace and throw a couple logs in.
Okay. Tossing the logs in, you actually see a very small golden chain that you can try to pull next to the fireplace if you'd like.
Ooh, go on a little bit more. What do I see about the chain? Like,
The
is
chain
it
is
just a
just-
chain in it, like, or like in the fire pit,
It seems to be some kind of mechanism attached to the fireplace.
like kind of coming out of the chimney, or?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna be like, I found jewelry, everybody, and then I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna try.
No, it's almost like a
Like a pole
lamp
chain?
chain hanging from.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know,
it's
but
like a pole chain.
all I see is like lavish things. Like this person's into Gucci and like diamonds. And,
Oh
like,
no,
so
it's like cast iron. It's not.
Oh,
pretty.
well, you said gold, so I was like, oh, okay. Well, it's like a chimney thing. I mean, I guess was there? How was the fire? Like, is it hot?
Just a few smoldering embers currently, but you put the wood in and got it roaring relatively well.
Okay. Do I notice the chain before I put the logs in and it picked up? I'm just gonna leave the chain there. I'm not
You
gonna
would have
touch
noticed the chain, yeah.
it. I'm not gonna touch it.
It's not in the fireplace. It's like next to it.
You told me it, but yeah, I'm gonna ignore it.
Do you
right
really
now
want to know
'cause of
what
my
it is?
character's interest and volunteering into his wine glass. I'm
I
trying
need
to
to
abide by
piss.
character.
Okay, so you're not going to pull the chain.
Disinterested.
Okay.
Is there anything in the left toilet?
It is a small sort of
A
cast
Cleveland
basin.
steamer waiting for you.
Cellophane wrap. That's just a lot of cellophane wrap. No, it's just a small cast basin. You can tell that it's not well used, or if it is, it's pretty well cleaned. It's still very shiny. Doesn't smell at all bad in there.
All right, well, let's christen it. Take a nice
Yo,
pee.
are we about to get cabin in the woods? I swear. If we get
Yep.
cabin in the woods.
So you sort of go on the casting basin and just to go make your business, finish up, wipe up, clean up, and you look down and waste is gone.
Righteous.
But yeah, anyone want to do anything else?
I'm gonna call out to the boys. All right, guys, I'm gonna go summon Franklin. Give me a few minutes. And I'm going to head into the I guess this room with the 2 tables. I'm guessing it's like a dining room of sorts.
It is a small dining room.
Who's Franklin?
I'm gonna get there.
Oh,
I'm going to grab a small brass. I always don't know how to say this. Brazier.
Brazier.
Brazier, yeah.
Yeah.
Sprinkle in some incense and some charcoal, and just sort of light it and start chanting for a little bit. And then after 10 minutes has passed, Franklin is here, which is a slightly smaller than a human skull-sized skull with 2 bright green eyes that sort of like just flies around me.
So can I ask, is that the Find Familiar
Yes.
spell? Okay, that takes an hour.
Oh yeah, it does. You're right. Well, I'm taking some time to summon him anyway.
I will say you can take an hour because it's still not even
Okay.
sundown yet. It's about 5 o'clock.
Hey, brothers, you want to go to the cellar?
Oh, I'm so in. There's gonna be some wine down there.
There's
I'm
gonna
sure.
be way more wine down there.
Oh man, where else would
Okay.
you put your wine?
Pyrus will sort of turn to you and, oh, you all want to go into the cellar? Yes, please follow me. And he will lead you to the cellar door.
Should we lock him in?
Do you think he's afraid of the dark?
Oh, you're
He
afraid.
might be.
Yeah. But you all he sort of is holding the door.
Oh
open,
my
ready for you all to head
god, we're not
downstairs.
gonna get a cabin in the woods. We're gonna get a fucking mansion of Bly Manor up in here. I just finished watching that
Alright,
show,
well-
The Haunting of.
Never
Yeah.
Hill House was better.
Oh.
Well, whatever. I'm
Oh.
just saying, this seems real sketch.
I'll go downstairs.
Oh, I'm,
Okay.
Late-
I'm
some Lady of the
following
Lake
behind my
shit.
drummer. Lead
So if
with
you-
your rhythm, my man.
Let's
So
let's
if
go to
you-
the beat of my drum.
Yep. If you all want to go to page 4 on the pictures I sent, going down the main stairs is a large sort of longer hallway than it is wide. Cellar. With 6 large wine caskets lining the walls. And on the far side, very barely lit by torchlight, from the one lit torch down here, is a large cylindrical stone structure with various pegs with symbolism on each one. Going down further, you can actually see that symbolism for the listeners. There are 5 pegs, one of a cow type symbol, a human, a skull, a single oval shape, and a stag.
I want to go immediately over to the second wine barrel on the left, and I want to try and tap it. Is it tappable or is it fermenting?
These are tappable ones. These are not fermenting ones because once again they don't produce the wine here. So there is actually a faucet tap on them.
So I'm gonna fill up my cup that I was carrying with me out of the second barrel on the left.
Okay, you fill that up. That's about 1.5 servings.
I'm gonna lay on the
Start
floor and say, "Brother, open it up," and then
Oh.
open my mouth.
I found the wine. Good idea, Tilly. And then I'll be like, "You got it, sir, dude. You're gonna be playing your heart out after this serving." And I'm gonna just kick the tap and just start pouring blue on his face. After he's properly drenched, I'm gonna shut her off.
Yeah, I'm basically getting waterboarded by wine and loving every second.
Okay,
Of it.
how long are you keeping that open?
I'm gonna go
I mean, I
with
could probably only last like 10 seconds.
10 seconds. Sounds good. Yeah. So he probably got like good 5 to 6. It's probably just he's more wet than he drank, but he was really getting in
Okay,
there.
and you already had 1 drink. Okay, I would like you to please make note of these because this one shot has intoxication rules.
Okay.
Mm.
You must communicate in and out of game using slurred speech. You cannot make
Yes,
reactions. in
sir.
combat.
The sober man has to act
You
drunk
cannot
once
make
again.
reaction. Yeah, you cannot make reactions in combat. You have
Ooh.
disadvantage on all Constitution saving throws. And at the beginning of each round of combat, should you enter it drunk, the intoxicated player must roll a d10 and suffer the effect corresponding to the roll as indicated as a table I have below.
Nice.
And additionally, because you went way over your limit, where is my d4?
No,
Oh, okay. You are intoxicated for 2 hours.
he got lost in the sauce.
He got lost in the sauce.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of or it's gonna be Jeff babysitting, and then Will is also gonna be the man of the hour because me and the drummer are gonna have a duo.
So yeah, Tilly, you are exceptionally drunk right now.
I'm gonna take a big quarter sip of my wine after he did that heroic act of consumption.
Okay,
I'm
you're still
having a
not drunk.
No,
great
but
time.
I'm going for it. I'm trying to keep up. I'm trying to
If you
have
chug
a good
it- if you
time
chug it, you will
today,
be.
baby.
Understood when
Yeah.
an hour has not passed yet.
No, not yet. Soon,
Okay.
soon though.
Is he
It takes
casting that?
a good while. Getting into the basement and tapping it and getting them drunk, it took a good while. Willy, do you want to be doing anything right now?
He's brooding.
I'm just kind of watching them, from the side here.
He's babysitter 2.0.
Very.
He's doing his dark bidding
yeah,
on the
I don't know.
internet.
I'm aloof,
Okay. There is other parts of the house if you'd like to explore.
I think I'm gonna attempt to go back upstairs. This basement sucks.
Yep, sure. You, with some difficulty, you get up the stairs and are
I'm
back
gonna
now
follow
on the
behind
bottom
him.
floor.
Wait, there's like a door at the end of this wine cellar.
Yep. Well, there's a large cylindrical shape.
Oh.
Ooh, Willy, are you checking out the back of the cellar?
Is that where we weren't supposed to go?
I
said
don't
that?
know.
You believe it was in the bloody note or something, right?
What note? We're here to rock out.
This is our
Phil?
place now. It's okay. We can go anywhere
what did
we
the
want.
note say,
I'm not
Phil?
there, but Pyrus is there.
Yeah.
Oh, Pyrus, what did the note say again about this cellar door?
Well, the note specifically mentioned you do not enter the room at the back of the cellar, but I have worked here for many years. I did not know we had a room back there.
I'm gonna walk over to the back and inspect the. You said there's like a
That's
circular
where all
shape.
the good wine
It is a large stone, almost
Ooh.
like diadem, with 5 pegs. Each one has a carved metal symbol.
the fuck's
on
a
it.
diadem?
The very bottom picture, I believe it's a circle.
A diadem
remember.
is like a. That's like a pageant crown.
Is it? I might just be wrong.
I'm pretty
It's a
sure
large
about that.
circle made of stone.
I remember that from Harry Potter.
And once again, the bottom picture for our viewers is a very large circle with a single strut coming out the center. And then the 5 pins are of a cow's head, a human shape, a skull, an oval, and a stag.
This is what we see on this wall.
Yes, those are the pins embedded into the various circular points inside the
So they're like
larger stone
recessed,
circle.
like it's the shape, like one of
Yes.
those little kindergarten tools, or is it like a circle and then that's at the back?
It's almost as if the circle is jutting out of the wall itself, but then there are holes all along it on various points, almost like the numbers on a clock. The sort of holes inside the stone itself circle around, and there's one at the very center of that jutting out point. And the actual pins themselves are almost like you can imagine like a scroll tube that size of stone with a metal engraving on the front, which are of those 5 symbols.
What
I'm
do you mean
gonna
by
hit the
pins?
door.
To be truly honest, the one shot does not tell you what this thing looks like. I'm making this up.
Okay. So the drummer proceeds to beat the door to the perfect
It sounds like you're
rhythm
hitting
of-
stone.
Boom, boom, boom.
Roll me a strength check.
All right. Do I have any
but yes.
disadvantage because I'm drunk?
Nope, Constitution. But
Okay.
yes, Willy, looking in, these pins are almost like pieces that you can remove out of the wall and submit into other points of the circular section.
15.
You get a pretty good hit in there. It just sounds like hitting stone, though.
It won't open.
That's because you can't just break everything, Tilly. It doesn't work that way, you buffoon.
Don't make me break you, brother.
Oh, Tilly, I think you're better than this door. And I'm going to use a point of bardic inspiration to place a Nation army.
Ooh, I think I'm gonna ram it now with my
And then I'm going to give him
horns.
an inspiration of 1d8.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll me another strength check with an extra.
So the baseline of Nation army does not sound good on a fucking ukulele.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, this is bad. A 4 with both of them.
Did you roll a d8?
Yeah, I
Holy
rolled a 2 on
shit!
the D8 and a 2 on my
Killing
D20.
it, boys.
Listen to my... It's not a very commanding.
Absolutely ram into this wall, and immediately are on your ass.
Yeah, it's the uke. It's
I'd
totally
like
the-
you to
the
roll
high E
me.
string.
I'd like you to roll me a D10, please.
I roll a D10?
Yeah.
Just play it on the
Okay.
next one. 3 would be another step down, so...
Ooh, an 8.
7.
Not good. I'm assuming.
Okay. You, as you hit the ground, you immediately almost up over yourself, belly flop back, and land on your face on the stone floor.
And take 8 damage, I'm assuming.
Nope, you don't take any damage.
That
Oh,
sounds
okay.
a little bit better.
Oh.
Sorry, man.
Phil, while you're sort of going through this ritual, lighting the incense, things like that, and as you're waiting for that moment to activate the spell, as sort of the magical energies around you, do you want to read any of the books that you've gotten? The 3 books that you took with you?
I'm curious about the demon book, so I'd like to thumb through that bad boy. 4 bad boys.
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Looking through, you actually see that it seems as if the book was originally written in a different language, and the sort of the cover that mentions demons. As you start to read through it, your knowledge of the occult and all that, you slowly realize that this is not particularly a demon. This is more equivalent to that of like an archdemon, one of like the higher ups, is what this book is specifically written
Neat.
on. One passage does catch your eye, though, which is written as demons are unholy beings from the 9 hells that live in a strict hierarchy determined by an extensive legal system. Although bound to follow their own infernal laws, they will seek to twist the rules in their favors by any means possible. Do not make a deal with a demon, as they will almost certainly have included some way to take advantage of you. A trick that most likely ends in your death.
Was this book co-authored by some wizards on the coast, perhaps?
This is, I believe, the one-shot person who wrote this, Raptor Heist. Once again, great one-shot, very well written. I believe this was directly taken from the
I know
PHP.
that was the joke.
Yeah, it's also wrote out devils, not demons. So I was like, oh shit. There's a few clerical errors in this, but it's a good one-shot.
Okay, neat.
Okay, can I respond to something here?
Yes,
Since
go
he's
ahead.
laying on the ground, I want to go fill up another wine, and I want to set it next. There you go, Tilly, in case you get thirsty. And I'm bored of this basement, and I'm gonna head upstairs.
Have you downed the rest of your wine, by the way?
Halfway.
Okay. Wait, halfway?
Halfway.
Okay, fair enough.
Billy,
Tilly-
I can't have any more. And then I knock it over and then try to follow my brothers up the stairs.
Willy, are you going upstairs?
Well, I was gonna investigate these like weird peg things, but
Please be my guest.
yeah, I'm gonna try yanking one out.
Okay. Pulling it out, it actually doesn't take too much force. You think that maybe somehow the stones have been smoothed out on the inside, whereas the peg itself is relatively rough, still granite type sort of crystalline structure. But it comes out relatively easy. It's a pretty hefty peg. I mean, it's probably good 10, 15 pounds a stone.
And are there an equal number of like holes for these pegs?
So looking at that picture, you can see that there are pegs every other hole. So you can starting at that oval. There's a peg in between that and the stag, one in between the stag and the bull, one in between the bull and the human, etc., and one central one on that little jutting out point in the center of the circle.
Well, none of this is meaningful to me yet, I assume. So I'm just gonna put it back and head upstairs.
Okay, you slide the oval one back in. All right. So as you all go upstairs, you all are welcome for the rest of the hour. I would say your familiar is dumb now. Dumb?
Don't call Franklin
now.
dumb.
Franklin is dumb. No. Your familiar would be done by now. So gathering back in the common room as Tilly, you are still very drunk. But you all are free for probably it's a good hour till sunset.
Phil, it's good to see you.
God, he's already drunk. We've only been here for an hour.
Yes, Phil. Oh, we've been having a bit to drink. I'm feeling kind of hungry, Phil. What do we got for food around here?
Ooh, I
I'm
do
your
love
cook? Do you think I
food.
cook for you?
Come on, Phil. Be the man. I'll play a tune for you, man. Come on.
No. Look, guys, we just inherited a huge mansion, winery, whatever you want to call this place, that has hell that's already paid for by someone else. Make them do it.
Oh, yeah. We have the halflings. Where are the halflings at?
They are actually in the kitchen.
I'm going to walk in.
Kitchen? Where's the kitchen?
You kind of see Pyrus stick his head out of a doorway over in the right-hand side of the room. The kitchen's in here.
I start running into there like I'm dashing.
You dash in there.
I'm going to follow behind him while playing my...
Getting
On
into the
way
kitchen.
to get some food, yeah.
Getting into the kitchen, you actually notice that this kitchen is relatively advanced, very similar to what you'd see in more sort of royal kitchens, things like that. There's actually running water. It looks like out of a few magical jugs here and there that are basically almost like infinitely pouring out of the faucets, and a large sort of vertical heated spike spinning around with hunks of meat sticking on it, hovering midair. It's a very magically based kitchen. But looking around, you can see there's things like chicken being cooked. There's hung dried meats. There's a large pantry, things like that.
What do you got
gonna
that
grab it some
suits
meat.
the vegetarian diet?
Well, we have a lot of food.
I don't generally
have-
eat meat. What can you help me out with?
Well, we have salads, very fresh vegetables.
I don't know what's happening with this accent.
Iris, are you drunk too?
Very. No. Yes, we have just about anything you could want.
I'm
gonna jump and
pull
grab
up some
some
green
meat.
peppers and just start eating some green peppers, I guess.
Yep, absolutely. So you're gonna reach up and grab one of like the hunks of meat.
Yeah.
All right, you can tell this is probably a dried meat, so it's already been cooked. You don't need to worry about it being raw, and you can tear into it. It's a huge hunk of beef.
Oh, I'm going at it. I'm hoping it sobers me up a little bit. Actually,
It does not, but okay.
I'm
Got it.
nice and full though.
You are nice and full.
Over here eating these pepper. I got to keep my slim, masculine figure all straight for the boys out there.
I'm gonna grab Iris and sort of like bring him to the side a bit and be like, hey,
He'll stand with you.
I noticed that some of the books on the shelf were covered in this weird wax thing. I don't know what that's about. I don't know how Doug is nowadays. It's been a long time since I've seen him, but that's weird to cover your books in wax. But anyway, there were some books that were that
Wax.
Yeah, there were some books that
What kind of books
yeah,
are
I don't know, whatever. But like I noticed.
Roll history on the wax.
Sure.
Roll history on the wax for me. Because you're pretty well read, being a
I got a
wizard.
13.
Nature check on the wax.
Yeah.
You got a 13? Okay. You would definitely tell for more expensive books, things that are chartered by private owners or private collectors. It wasn't like the book was dunked in wax. There was almost like a rectangular wax seal
Oh,
on
see,
the front of the book that had to be cut.
I was
to
picturing like a
read
baby
it.
bell, like you gotta crack that whole bad boy open and,
No,
unwrap it to get the
no.
juicy book on the inside.
No, it's basically just wax that has been wrapped around the binding.
And I was gonna be like, do you know why some of these books were opened and read? And I want to show him the demon book in particular.
I don't know. I never knew he was into any occult knowledge. But the wax symbols, those are typically regular for any books that he might have ordered. We get them directly from Laurentia Library.
And was he acting strange when he left the manor?
Well, I never spoke to him before he left. He normally is only here in the evenings. He's working in the city during the day. And me and the halflings, we don't stay after dark.
Okay, thank you. And I'm gonna make my way out of the room, and I'm going to head upstairs, which I believe is picture number 3.
Number 3.
And I'd like
Yes.
to try this locked door first. To look at the biggest room.
Absolutely. Going to the locked door. One moment. Let me get to that. Going to the locked door. You recognize this as what would typically be the master bedroom. Looking in, it's a relatively standard keyhole with a sort of basic locking mechanism. But kind of getting closer to it, you hear a subtle whistling noise.
I don't think I have any way to open this lock. I'm not a strong enough person to smash into it. But I'm gonna try anyway. I guess a strength check and just try to bash this door open. Unless I can attempt to pick it with my dagger,
You are
which I
more-
don't think is a possibility.
In this case, no, it would not work. Do you not have any kind of spells, any cantrips? that might help?
Nothing that would burn a door down.
He has 3 bards and he's doing this by himself. That's how.
Can Mage Hand
overushered
go
he
through
is.
the door on the other side and open it?
You are certainly welcome to try to get Mage Hand as close to the door as possible.
Yes, I would like to do that. I would like to cast Mage Hand and attempt to manipulate this door in some way.
Okay. As you cast Mage Hand, it appears about 5 feet in front of you as you're at the back of the hallway, and you push it forward using your mind, and as soon as it gets right to that little lock mechanism, and is sucked through the keyhole, and is now in the
But I
room.
can still control it, correct?
You can still
Can I
control it.
attempt to manipulate it to open the door from that side?
Correct.
I'm
You may.
going to do that. I'm going to open the door.
Roll me a sleight of hand check.
I don't think that opening doors require a sleight of hand, but okay, buddy.
DM's call, Jeff. How's
That's
it
a
feel?
hard 10.
I would say because you're using magic, it takes a few shots, but it manages to get both the door lock and the actual bolt system undone, and the door swings open. That whistling sound is gone.
Interesting. I guess I'm going to just walk right in.
Okay. Walking in, the immediate thing that you feel is this is like Charlie Day with his sort of
Pepe Silva.
giant conspiracy theory. Yep, the conspiracy theory. Just messy, incomprehensible symbols, pages tacked to the walls, scrawlings across every square inch of this room. These symbols are nothing like you've ever seen. Going through, like, I'm not sure what languages you speak, but thinking back to any kind of reading you would have done in Abyssal, Infernal, Common, Elvish, Dwarvish, it doesn't match anything. They look to be written in ink and paint, scrawled across every piece of paper in the room. Sort of the next noticeable thing that you notice over in the corner is Darius's desk. Directly behind the desk is a large mirror with a crack going diagonally down the center, and the desk itself is covered with letters and pages torn from books, as well as quite a few artifacts from adventures. There's a lot of holy books nearby, though.
Is there anything that would immediately stand out to me as like super out of place in this already out of place area?
Yes, actually, there are a few things. One is a large pile of letters, each one seemingly addressed to a different person. One letter simply says, "I'm sorry," over and over again, covering the entire scroll. Another appears to be from Cardinal Macrinus, who works in Laurentia, who is telling Darius that the only thing he can do to cleanse his sins is to maintain his faith in Palor. The letters are sent that are unfinished, appear to never have been really met any carrier pigeons, anything like that. One example of that is there's a letter to a village that was decimated by pillagers, in which Darius has pledged and expresses regret to not being able to provide more aid to them. Another one is to a woman whose family seems to have been killed by some ravenous creature, such as a bear or a wolf. One last letter at the bottom catches your eye, and we'll get into that, but directly on top of the desk is quite a few sort of artifacts that you would recognize as magical things of his adventures. 4 items get yourself in particular. A small golden ring with a bright green sapphire in the center. A small wooden mask that would just barely fit over like a halfling's face. A skull made of a bright blue gemstone. And a red orb.
Oh, Dougie, what are you doing, buddy? What are you getting yourself into? Can I do an Arcana check on the skull in particular to see if I can see anything magical about it? That is a 16.
Absolutely. Okay. It doesn't have anything magic to do it. It's a paperweight and a very expensive.
I'm going to pocket it.
You may pocket it.
The skull. There's a ring with a sapphire on it. And he's like,
I know my aesthetic, all right? Franklin needs a friend.
Okay.
And I guess you said there's one letter at the top of the pile? Bottom of the pile.
Bottom of the
I'm going to
pile.
grab that bad boy.
Written in a very neat, almost typewriter-like handwriting. Dear Darius, I'm very disappointed in you. I thought we had talked about this. I thought you, of all people, would understand how things worked. You knew exactly what you were doing when you joined us. You agreed to all of it. There's no turning back now. You did what you did. You took no small part. You were one of us. No god shall let you into their heaven. No soil shall bear you fruit. It's too late. The stain will remain with you forever. And when I say forever, well, you know the deal. Look, I just want to know where our friends went. I want the gang back together. We can resolve this amicably, so long as you come to your senses, that is.
Do I recognize this handwriting, perhaps?
It is too precise. It looks as if it was typed out. If that were even possible, but it's not.
I mean, printing presses, I assume, exist in D&D worlds, but yeah, sure.
True.
I'm going to pocket this letter as well. And it says there's a mural on the wall. Is the mural the Pepe Sylvia drawstrings, everything kind of thing?
Directly across from the desk is a very large, once again, around sort of the Pepe Silva sort of note-taking, is a large, almost Renaissance style mural depicting a giant battle scene. Angels are descending from the heavens while undead are rising from the earth. Minotaurs charging from the left while humans are attacking from the right, and in the middle is a silver stag looking right at you. Its eyes seem to follow you across the entire room.
I am the keymaster, you the gatekeeper.
Oh God! Don't kiss the stag.
I don't know. I feel like I don't want to waste another 10 minutes casting detect magic. I feel like it's gonna be a waste of everyone's time if I do that. Am I getting any weird vibes from this painting aside from his eyes just kind of following me like some weird Ripley's Believe It or Not puzzle?
Like
It
Mona
seems just
Lisa
the
or
way it was
literally
painted.
following?
The way it was painted is very strange. It looks as if it was hung up in the room, probably when the house was still being built, as the actual stone brick is almost built around the frame. You still have some of the artifacts. Oh, excuse me. If you'd like to look at it, there's also, you can investigate the desk or one of the large bookshelves behind the desk.
I want to investigate the other artifacts that are there.
Okay. So I will have you roll 3 Arcana checks then.
First
Okay.
one is 18.
All right.
26.
Oh my God.
Yeah, buddy.
wizards.
21.
Okay.
And a fat 16.
Okay. I would say that's enough to get all of them. What you immediately see with the ring is you recognize this as an artifact of a ring of fire. You were actually there when Darius got this ring. You know that in a 15-foot cone, you can shoot fire almost as if you were casting some kind of flame breath spell. And it does a certain amount of damage.
That's huge. 50-foot cone? Damn.
No, 15.
Oh.
Just blast the whole house apart.
Yeah.
The mask is very specifically, you recognize it from a writing about strange artifacts, not useful, but strange. This is the mask of the third person. This warps your vision of whoever creature wears it, so they see the world from a third person perspective, much like a god would witness like a person. This allows you to look around corners without exposing yourself, and grants advantage to all skill checks that involve noticing or reacting to something behind or beside you. Yeah. And then lastly is the red orb. This is a orb of dragon kind, one of the rarest artifacts in all of the world. This grants the holder control of all nearby dragons matching the color of the orb. Not very useful to the party in this situation, but would probably be bad if it came into the wrong person's possession.
And the skull is still a paperweight?
It is a crystal paperweight. It's worth a lot of money.
Well, then why to roll 4 rolls, though, for...
You decided to roll Arcana.
All right, sure, whatever. I guess I'll pocket all of these bad boys. I'm not going to wear any of them. I'm going to pocket them.
So at this point, while he's investigating, I will have finished my drink and my pepper and onion diet.
Okay, you are now intoxicated for another hour.
Okay, I'm assuming that was 3 servings that I did?
Yeah, because, you drank 3 times.
I heard that. Ooh, double tap.
So you know you're...
Well, it was 2 glasses, but I pour them heavy, so
You
that's
doubled
why
up on the-
assumed
No,
that
I was
they're
talking about
1.5.
Will's fart, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's even a waveform of it.
So...
Is there?
Just
I
a
hope
little
so.
bit.
Oh God, I'm just imagining like dog farts now. Ugh. they're the worst. Anyway, but yeah, so you do head back downstairs, Phil, where everyone is gathered. Tilly and Billy seem a little bit off right now, as if they've been drinking quite a bit. Tilly, you're starting to come back to it though. You're slowly getting back to the okay. I'm fine.
What was the duration?
It
that
was
Jeff
all
was
the
up there?
jerky.
Jeff was probably up there for a good 20 minutes.
Okay.
I ate so much jerky.
You did. You ate like 4 hunks of ham.
Anything interesting upstairs, Phil?
Apparently, Doug is losing his fucking mind. He's got this crazy array of letters and maps and writing that I've never seen before, all scattered across the master bedroom, which totally kills the vibe. I was gonna sleep in there, but not anymore. Now I gotta go get the fucking halflings. Go clean it up tomorrow. Just awful. But I found these artifacts. And I'll pull them all out one by one and explain what they are. Starting with the ring, the dragon
Yep.
orb, the mask, and then the glass skull, the crystal skull.
Ooh, ooh! I want the mask. That way I can see myself perform when I'm on the stage.
What was the dragon orb?
It is a.
It lets us. You can command dragons of the same color as orb. For this one is a red dragon. I assume. I don't think that any dragons live in this area. Off the top of my head, I would assume no. So it's probably not going to be super useful to us.
So
I wonder if a dragon would like.
Wait,
our
didn't you say the
music.
mask was the size of a halfling, or does it actually fit on normal? Like, would it fit on my face?
It fits. It's just very small.
Okay, so I put it on.
It's like those
Whoa,
memes of,
Tilly,
of
I
Charlie
can see
Kirk,
myself
where they
playing
shrink
the
his face
guitar.
inwards.
Yep.
I can see myself playing from the top, bro.
Yep. You do actually see yourself. Your perspective is almost as if like a warped miasma of sort of colors coming together as you are flung from your body and can now look at yourself play.
I just picture myself looking down and like
Hey,
seeing.
Willy, could you roll me a perception check, please?
Yeah.
I can only assume that being drunk and seeing in the third person is probably awful.
Won't break his legs.
It's a 12.
Okay. You hear from the outside a very soft pitter patter of. It kind of sounds like rain at first, but it's too quiet to be rain.
A pitter patter, like feet? Oh,
Something like that.
it's like a knock, I guess.
No, it's not from the door. It's from like outside the courtyard.
Imagine like
Oh.
on grass or dirt or something.
Is it like a dude carrying 2 halves of a coconut, just clapping them together?
I'm gonna go outside and investigate.
Popping out your head, you notice that it slowly is getting darker out. But you look around and there's nothing out in the courtyard as the sun begins to set.
Okay, I head back inside.
Okay. You head back inside, and each one of you all have about 30 minutes to yourself before the sun is fully set. And Pyrrhus and the 2 halflings, Paulo and Hadrian, that's a dumb name, sort of bid their adieus to you all, and
Please have a good night. Stay safe. If you need anything, please don't be hesitant to send a bird down to the local
Hey,
station.
Pyrrhus, before you go, can I talk to you for a sec?
Yes.
And I want to again
Yes,
pull him
sir.
to the side and be like, "Hey, I got into the master bedroom up there. Did you see what Doug was working on? There's a lot of really,
We are not allowed upstairs.
really. He cleans his own room. I don't
Yes.
believe that for a second. Doug's that kind of person. All right, maybe he hires some like French maid for this kind of thing. But
So
he was doing some weird stuff up there. Do you know anything about him joining some sort of like group or something recently?
He was off in the countryside last month to help out with a local village attack, but no groups. It was just him working with the Laurentian
No,
Builder
not
Squad.
like an adventuring group, but like a guild or like a clan, like something more political.
Not
less
that I'm aware
fighty.
of.
Hmm.
Not that I'm aware of.
All right, cheers, bud. Have a good night.
Thank you.
So-
You as well.
I want to
I'm
cast
gonna go upstairs.
prestidigitation on my mask, and I want to make it hue of rainbow top to bottom to everybody, including me.
sure.
No, I'm all about the
Just-
looks, man. And my black leather full kit chaps. I got
Oh,
rainbow
those assless
mask.
chaps. We talked
I'm
about
just
this.
jamming out.
And then Tilly, you wanted to go upstairs?
Yeah, I'm upstairs. I'm gonna
All
look
right.
out the window.
Looking out the window, you are. Which one are you looking out of?
The one that's closest to the stairs.
Looking out, that is where you can directly see the actual sort of courtyard. And as the dark sort of starts to set in, these magical lanterns flick on in the courtyard, one actually being on the head of the wizard statue. And you see it first as each one of you starts to hear it downstairs, but almost materializing in the courtyard as if it melted out of the darkness, is a pure white stag. As it walks up, saunters to the wizard statue, and sits there almost as if it's leashed there, as each one of you at the front door hears.
Whoa! And then I go downstairs and I let them all know there's a stag out there.
Is that our first fan?
Let's go see.
No, boys, we talked about this. First off, there's no fans here. There will be no fans here. No one knows we're here except for that dude that drove us here and the guys that just left. Second, Doug said, don't let anyone in after dark. And it looks to me like it's dark outside, so I ain't answering. You guys got it?
I don't know. You guys are kind of lame. We need some friends.
I think we should open it. I want to go see what that stag's about.
Are you going to go open the door?
I'm gonna start walking
I'm gonna
over
sit on
to
the
it.
couch and just start
Okay.
picking melodies because I'm getting kind of intoxicated and creative.
Phil, isn't it your job to make sure my brothers don't do all this
Tilly.
stupid crap? What do we
You don't
pay
me
you for
anything.
anyway?
That's the worst part about this entire gig. I've not gotten a single dime out of you guys in years. Tilly, get away from the door, I swear to God.
Hey, but we got you to this point where we got this lovely manor, man, and like, there's wine. There's wine, Phil.
That's
have
because
some
Doug owes
wine.
me
Like,
money.
Is this
There's
not good
so
enough?
much wine.
These are the spoils you've been waiting
That's
for,
because
man.
Doug owes me money.
Yeah, quit being so ungrateful, Phil.
Tilly, I swear to God, if you touch that doorknob, I'm going to blast you so hard.
The knocking persists.
Is there like a eye thing so you can see who's outside?
There is.
Yo, but he yelled the door.
I'm gonna
hey,
go-
bro, knocking 4.
I'm gonna peek through the eye hole. Yeah, I'm gonna peek in the eye hole.
Okay. Looking through the eye hole, you actually see that it is fairly brightly lit on the porch, and it's a little bit easy to see. There's a blonde-haired human standing there in very nice clothing, almost reminiscent of Laurentian royalty or some kind of a royal council, as knocks on the door again.
It's some blonde human out there.
Is it a boy
Looks
or a
like-
girl?
It's man.
I don't know.
Oh, is he pretty?
He's very pretty.
I'm gonna walk up and look out the
it might
I'm
window.
going
be-
to walk up to the door and
Might
just sort
be
of
your
like put my
type,
hand on
Billy.
the side and go like, we're under new management. We're not open tonight.
Can I see him through the window?
Yes, I'm aware of Darius's passing. I'm his friend. I came to pay my respects.
Doug's dead?
That's what you hear back.
As far as I was told, yes, he died while at sea.
Well, I hate to tell you this, but Doug's an asshole.
Well, yes, but we all knew that.
If you want to swing by tomorrow, we can talk about it more, but we've had a long day. We just got here. We're trying to get things set up. I'll happily...
I'm terribly sorry.
We have to write a song for Doug.
Ooh, I like
Oh,
writing
I'll
songs.
play in D minor.
Did I hear a song? I'm quite the musician myself.
Oh, they play music too.
No way. Andy's beautiful.
Oh.
We should let him in,
I'm
Jeff.
gonna start like snapping my
let's
fingers
let
at
him
you
in.
guys like you're bad children. Like stop.
But Jeff, this is the hit track that we've been waiting for. We have a passed away man, a beautiful man at the door. I'm just filling my mouth with wine. I'm
gonna
feeling
send-
extra
I'm gonna
righty
send
today.
Franklin right in front of the third person camera of Billy. So he's forced to
you kind of
stare.
guess
He's
where it
forced to
is.
stare into Franklin's dark green radiant eyes.
Whoa.
Okay, Phil, get the spooky guy out of my way. I'm not used to looking like this.
And I'll have Franklin fly off somewhere. Listen, bud, I'm happy to talk to you tomorrow about all this, but Well, we're not about it tonight. I'm sorry, buddy.
Please, I just want to stay in for a few minutes before I head back into town. It's been quite a journey on my own with just me and Oswald out
Listen,
here.
bud, my pants are already off. No one's coming in here.
Please, one drink. That's all I
Your
ask.
pants aren't off.
More snapping. I think I saw like a small shack on the side of the road, like 30 minutes down south from here. You're welcome to hang out there. I don't think it's part of the property, but it looks like it was abandoned, and you can come.
A shack is not exactly incumbent to one of my
And
stature.
you know what? I really don't care. I'm gonna be honest with you, buddy.
I would just ask that you let me in so I may pay respects to my deceased
Listen,
friend.
bud, I've been very forward with you, and the answer's still gonna be no.
Playing a sad hymn for old Phil.
Well, terribly sorry then. My apologies for being so pervasive on your evening, but I do have to get into that house. I do hope you understand that I didn't want it to be this way, and you hear a snap outside the door and the porch lights go off.
Listen, bud, you're getting over here over my actual dead body.
All of you may roll me perception checks.
15.
Okay.
Wait, what were the mask
8.
traits? I know that you told Jeff.
You can see yourself in
7.
third person. You get advantage on
11.
seeing anything behind or beside you.
Okay, so I get like the third person benefit. Like I can peek around corners and stuff. Gotcha.
So, sorry,
I
again,
got
can you
an
three
8.
repeat those numbers for me?
15.
7.
8,
Does Franklin need
11,
to roll
and
too, or is
17?
Franklin
15.
good?
7.
Franklin's fine.
Uh,
I'll say, yeah, one of you passes. So
Billy got 15.
Billy did pass. I don't believe anyone else beat a 15. But Billy, you hear in the distance what hears like is coming from the vineyard itself, the howling of animals and the flapping of wings as all of the lights outside the house begin to go dark.
And I'm gonna walk over to the window and confirm this, and then I'm gonna relay it to everybody else.
Okay.
I'm starting to hear it too.
I think
Yep,
I'm a
who
little
else?
thirsty. Maybe I haven't drank enough yet. I'm gonna have another glass.
You are welcome to have another glass. By this time, Tilly, you are now sober. Well, not sober, but not intoxicated.
I'm gonna get another 1.5, and I'm gonna put half of it down.
You're still intoxicated.
I'm going to go back upstairs and I'm going to open up all the bedrooms.
Okay. Opening up, you can see there's a lot of guest rooms, smaller bedrooms for, you assume it was for the staff, but even though they mentioned they couldn't go upstairs, they probably more or less meant they couldn't go into certain portions or they weren't allowed to be found up there. It seems to be pretty normal. One of the windows does strike you as strange, and you look at it and almost a shimmering appears over it as iron bars are being locked over the windows. Looking back into each bedroom, you see the same windows getting these iron bars almost shimmeringly appearing on the windows.
Good security system. Does one of the bedrooms have a desk?
Yes. So the main bedroom, directly next to Darius's does, and Darius's also has a desk.
All right, I'm going to check out the one next to the master bedroom.
Okay. Going in, it's just a small desk. You can tell you there's some tax report papers, a few letters from Laurentian officials, but you believe this is probably Pyrus's room.
This is all the bullshit that Phil usually deals with. I'm just going to throw it on the floor.
Okay. You throw it on the floor.
And then
It is
see
spread
if
out across
anyone
the entire floor.
left some loot underneath the bed.
Always loot.
Okay. Looking under the bed, you actually do find something. It is a small case.
Ooh, I like cases. What is it?
Opening it up, it doesn't actually locked at all. Opening it up, there's actually, it seems to be filled with medical forms. Things of various people's nature, names you don't recognize, but one that sort of catches your eye, or two technically. One is titled Otho Vitellius. The file is titled that, which you've known Darius relatively well. This is his father's medical file, who died many years ago. And another one seems to be that of Varash. And you can see by a sort of sketch picture, this was a dragonborn.
Oh, interesting. I'm gonna bring the case downstairs and give it to Phil. This you might want to look at this. There's also all the tax forms and bullshit. I threw that on the floor, but I'm sure you'll deal with it.
Great. Thanks.
Willy, can you please roll me a perception check?
What's up?
Can you please roll me a perception check?
Where is Willy currently?
I believe Willy was on the couch, correct?
Yeah, I wanted
Yes,
to be in the
I'm-
couch area as well, but I mean,
I'm
Yes.
lounging by the fire.
Brooding
ignoring
Yeah,
you.
you know
menacingly.
by the fire. There's a few couches.
I got an 11.
Okay. You do hear something strange. You can't quite place it, but it almost sounds like a buzzing.
Ah, buddy got tinnitus.
Mm,
Sucks.
yeah, I was gonna say. Can I tell like what direction it's coming from?
It's coming from the fireplace as the fire is slowly starting to go out.
I'm gonna investigate the fireplace then.
Okay. As you get your face close to the fireplace, checking it out, the dying embers in front of you. It's not too warm anymore. Same flue chain being right in front of you. You hear as you take a step back, and a corpse lies in front of you. Headless, but remnants of aging ginger hair, reminiscent of your carriage driver. Dead at your feet. The buzzing gets louder and louder, and slowly you back up as a swarm of blood-red hornets comes down the fireplace, some being burnt on the embers, but buzzing into the room, taking the shape of a large hand, and each of the fingers dashing at each four of you. I'd like everyone to roll me initiative, please.
each 4, huh? All right. Wow.
I got 17.
I
Oh,
rolled
they
a
did not.
13.
They did not.
Total front man with 22.
Okay, 22,
13.
I have 17.
13 as well.
13, 17. Okay, what's your dex score, Will?
I have an 11, so it's plus 0.
Okay,
Mine is
what's yours?
also an 11.
Okay, roll off then.
I got to roll with Franklin too. I forgot about Franklin.
14.
Yeah, he gets it. I got a 9.
Franklin's
Okay,
got
so
11.
14 and then a 9? Okay,
No,
I believe
I just
Franklin
checked.
acts on your turn.
Yep.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. Then with that, they technically did not get a surprise round. So as you are being swarmed, you can see your body getting not devoured, but stung by these creatures. What do you want to do, Billy?
Oh, that's me. They're after me first?
There's a swarm around each one of you.
Oh, okay. So I go first, and there's like occupying my space.
Yep.
Hmm.
Actually, sorry, I misread something. Could you please make me a Constitution saving throw? You're intoxicated. That's a disadvantage.
Jeez, I rolled a natural 1, buddy.
Oh God! Oh no! Okay.
Paralyzed.
Oh
You just shit yourself.
no. Actually, you feel them start to crawl in your ears and your nose and your mouth as you are
Oh,
caught
no.
off guard, and you take a lovely 1 point of poison damage.
Oh, that
I
for 1
rolled-
point of poison damage.
Yeah, you're like coughing and sneezing them out and digging them out of your ears.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Ah, man, bard things that I'm not used to doing. I'm gonna take the drunken reaction and kind of just with my Yukon hand, kind of like flail like an idiot, and I'm gonna use that. I don't know if you want to call that an unarmed strike, but that's gonna be my reaction.
I would say if you
Magikarp
wanted to,
used flail.
yeah, I was gonna say if you wanted to use like sort of your ukulele, it would probably be an improvised weapon.
Okay,
So go ahead and roll for that attack.
15 plus if there's a modifier for that,
Strength modifier.
plus 1, so I rolled a 16.
Okay, you'll hit him. So roll me a d4 and add 2.
1 plus 2 is 3.
Okay. You deal a decent amount of. You get a good couple swats and kind of clear the air right in front of you. The swarm seems to be sort of dissipating a little bit quicker now that you're hitting them, but that's pretty good. You want to do anything else?
Um. You can use Bardic Inspiration on your bonus action, can't you?
Yes, you can.
After I am done with that, I'm going to drop the note and I'm gonna use a Bardic Inspiration on good old Tilly to start smashing some bugs. I'm gonna play some more Seven Nation Army.
Okay. So you have an extra D8 now, Tilly.
Great.
All right, Phil. What do you want to do?
I'm going to cast Toll of the Dead on this swarm in front of me. I assume.
Okay, roll me to attack.
Took me a second to remember.
Actually, no. It makes a wisdom. It makes a
yes,
wisdom saving
you are
throw.
correct. What's that saving?
15.
They will fail. Okay, roll me that damage.
Hooray. They are going to take a fat 8.
It's
max
not bad.
damage.
It's not bad. You sort of reach out with that
Oh,
sort of...
I'm sorry. I forgot. We're level 5. That's 2d8, my friend.
Yeah, it's 2d8.
Fat 16.
Oh my god. Oh,
Hey-o.
wow. You
Vaporize.
reach out with this necrotic energy and just almost wrap it around their buzzing bodies, pretty much tearing apart half of the swarm in one go.
Perfect.
All
Phil
right.
is not playing around.
No, he is not. Tilly, what would you like to do?
All right. So, is there like a point where within a 10-foot radius, the entire swarm will be there?
You could probably aim right at the fireplace and hit the swarms because you all were relatively close.
Okay. Would any of my compatriots be in there?
I'm in the couch area.
They are occupying the same space, so yes.
All right. I think because we're satyrs, they get advantage against saving throws. So I'm going to concentrate right into the center of the swarm, and I'm going to clap my hands as loud as as hard as I can and cast Shatter.
Okay.
So a sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from the point of my choice within range. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
A creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
My drummer.
Okay. I will ask. Yep, magic. You do have magic resistance. That is correct. Okay. Okay. Yep. So all of you may roll me a Constitution saving throw at advantage. Casey, please roll me a disadvantage because you are still intoxicated. And additionally, can you roll me a D10, please?
Aren't I by the door? Is the door within 10 feet of the fireplace? Because I'm by the door.
No, you would not be hit then. You're fine.
Okay.
I got a nat 20.
You
Fuck you.
pass
killing
flying
it.
colors.
Okay, so Deck, I rolled a 5 on my save. Now I need to roll a d10 for you.
Yes. So I believe he fails that save, correct, Tilly?
Yeah, it's 15.
I rolled a 3
Okay.
on the d10.
Okay.
Oof.
So you're gonna take full damage. I believe it's half damage, correct? Tilly on a
Yes,
failed fast save.
yes.
Okay. So roll me that damage, and I'll have it.
18.
18. Okay. So you're gonna take a full 18. Willy, you're gonna take just 9, and then Tilly, I believe you automatically are not gonna get hit.
Yep. And then I guess as a bonus action, I noticed that Billy got hit, correct?
Yeah, you would notice that the sound waves kind of pushed him back. Additionally, Billy, what you rolled for your intoxication does not affect you currently.
What do you mean
All
by
right.
that?
I'm gonna healing
It
ward.
doesn't have an effect on this particular situation.
Okay.
I'm gonna use healing ward as a bonus action on Billy.
So you can't do that because Shatter was a spell. You cannot cast 2 spells in one turn unless you use the Quickens feat.
That is correct.
Okay.
So if you had a bonus action,
Unless one's a cantrip, I believe.
yeah. So if you have like a cantrip action and then bonus action healing word, you can, yes. But you casted Shatter, which is a spell, so you can't.
Got it. Okay.
Good plan though. Good plan though. I like that.
Yeah, that's gonna be my turn
I
then.
got busted up.
Perfect.
Oh, did the entire swarm fail their save?
Yes, they did actually. And goddamn, I'm glad you used that spell. You all feel this shockwave emanating from the sort of fireplace, blowing out several bricks, as it literally blows apart the swarm. The actual shockwave seeming to almost blow half of them apart and disorienting the rest to slam into the ground. All except for Phil, who was too far away. So with that, Willy, would you like to do anything? You are no longer in a swarm.
Is the swarm still kicking though?
No, they're actually dead. There is still the larger central swarm coming out of sort of like fluttering around the windows you can see. You still do hear minor buzzing from the fireplace.
I think there's the one around me, isn't there? I didn't
Yes,
get one in
there's
front
still
of me,
one
right?
around Phil as well.
There's a swarm by Phil.
Around Phil, basically in the same space as Phil. Yes.
All right, I'm gonna pick up my bass. I'm gonna hit a serious brown note. I'm gonna cast Thunderclap at the
Oh,
swarm.
okay. Okay. Let me. Can you remind me what Thunderclap does, please?
So I create a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature within range other than you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 thunder damage. But now that I'm 5th level, it's 2d6.
Lovely. All right.
So I also have the roll Constitution saving throw 6.
So I
I
will
think
say
I
this:
do as well.
it is a 5-foot range. Are you moving up to the swarm and doing it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. So absolutely. So it's a con save. What's that save I need to hit?
15.
They will pass.
Well,
It's a 17
I
on
failed
the die.
I got a 13.
Oof.
So I take 2d6.
Yep. So they do not take the damage. They passed.
All right.
Would it get halved?
No, it's not.
No, it's not like that.
All
Yeah,
right,
you will
well,
shatter some
Jeff-
windows, though.
Jeff still takes 2d6,
Yeah,
so you got to roll.
roll
that.
the damage for me, buddy.
Yeah. You will. I will say this: you shattered some windows. It was cool.
No, don't want to shatter windows and I can get inside.
No, there's iron bars on the windows now.
You take 5.
That's not awful.
All right. In that case, I would like to just disengage from the swarm, I guess.
Okay. Do you have? I believe you would just be moving away.
Oh, I don't have to do that. Okay, then I move away.
Okay. Yeah, because they don't have opportunity attacks.
Interesting. Okay. In that case, I also have Healing Word. That's a bonus action.
Yep.
I
There'd
can
be
use
a
that
spell.
on Billy, who I
Yes.
believe is injured. So I'll do that.
Okay. Roll me that. I believe it's 2d4. Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. Roll me that.
Uno.
I thought it was a d4 plus 4.
I think you're correct.
1d4 plus your spell casting ability modifier. So yeah. But you healing increases by 1d4 for each slot level above first. When you oh, never mind. Just kidding.
That's upcasting. Yeah, that's upcasting.
Okay, so 1d4 plus 4. It'd be 8.
All right. Billy, you are healed by 8 points of damage. Okay. You are healed.
Oh, sweet.
All right. And then what is Franklin going to be doing? Phil?
He's going to go towards the window and see if the blonde hair asshole is still out there.
All right. You are still in a swarm.
Franklin's in a swarm?
Oh, Franklin. Sorry. Yeah, no,
this
no.
is
Phil, I was talking about
different
that.
turns.
Yep. Franklin will kind of hover over to the door, look out, and the light on the porchway is now on. And you can actually see over by the Silver Stag in a very luxurious armchair. The blonde-haired gentleman is out there watching and smiling as Franklin would be able to see this and I believe would be able to relay it to
Yes.
you, so Phil would also be aware of this. You see Gwyn reach over with a small dagger and above the fountain that's leading in the river around the house, cuts his wrist and drips about a quart of blood into there
I'm guessing Gwyn
for
is the
wrapping a
blonde-haired guy?
bandage around his arm. I
Sick.
told you his name, yes. Didn't mean to do that.
Neat.
But
Yeah,
yes,
that's
so
all I can
the
do. So
Franklin
that's
would
it.
see that.
They can't, familiars can't attack.
Fair enough. All right. Top of the round then is going to be Billy. Billy, you are no longer in a swarm, but the buzzing is still going on around you.
How many would I infer are still buzzing? Like, is there 2?
You can tell that you probably got rid of a good half of the swarm by killing the 4 ones that were around you all. The largest swarm is still outside.
Okay. As a front man and my ability to chug on.
As the front.
I'm
man.
going to cast heroism on myself with touch. I'm like, da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, I'm gonna cast heroism on myself, which gives me temporary hit points every turn. So it's like kind of self-healing.
Yep. Is it every turn?
Yeah, it says until I can read it for you. Imbue with bravery until the spell ends. I can't be frightened. I gain temporary hit points equal to my
Neat.
modifier at the start of each turn until it ends, which is 1 minute, and then I lose all those hit points. So it's just like temporary combat hit points. So
Gotcha.
probably
Okay.
that's the equivalent of 10 turns. I gain hit points, and then when the spell ends, I don't have them anymore.
Yep. And then your charisma modifier is a +4, correct?
+4, yes.
Yep. Okay. So you're gaining +4 hit points per turn.
Yep.
Nice.
It's pretty good.
All right. Perfect. Next up, Phil, what do you want to do? You are still inside the swarm.
I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on this swarm that's currently surrounding me.
Okay, let's go again.
Wisdom saving throw this time.
They rolled another 5. Nope.
Cool. They're going to go ahead and take 2d12.
Yep. These are already damaged.
Yeah, Toll the Dead's a great spell.
It's a fantastic
That's
spell. I don't know why people
18
don't use it
damage. It's
more.
because Toll the Dead is not in the player's handbook. That's why.
Is it Xanathar's?
18 damage.
Nice. All right. Yeah, Willy, you'd be able to see this easier as just this necrotic force comes out in waves outside of Phil and blasts these creatures apart. The swarm is now dissipated around you, but the buzzing is getting louder.
I don't have any bonus actions I can particularly do. So I'm going to move, I guess, towards one of the windows and look to see if the blonde hair guy, whose name definitely isn't Gwyn, to see if he has changed what he was doing prior to what Franklin saw.
Yep. Looking out, you can still just see him in his very luxurious armchair, waving at you, and when he sees a few of you covered in horrible hornet bites, just kind of gives you a wink.
I'm going to just blast the finger at him. And that's it for my turn.
Send him the bird.
Bird. Nice, okay. All right. Next up, Tilly, what do you want to be doing?
So, is there still a swarm here? What's going on?
Looking out the window, you can see the front window leading out. The rest is almost like a sea of red.
Well, there's still that chain in front of the fireplace, right?
Correct.
Vacuum
I'm gonna go
tube these
pull it.
bad boys like at a bank.
Finally, pulling the chain down, you hear a very familiar thunk as the flue tube of the whatever the part of the chimney that shuts to prevent smoke and
Perfect.
crap getting in there is shut now. They can no longer get through the chimney.
Yo, we're getting cabin in the woods for sure.
Or it reminds me of that movie Legion,
That's a throwback.
where
Yeah.
like they're held up in a fucking gas station, and you know the archangels are trying to go and get them. Yeah, that movie's sick.
Yep.
It's just like wave after wave of crazy shit.
Yep. Against the walls, you all start to hear pounding as the swarm is trying to get in for a good 5 to 10 minutes. We were out of initiative, by the way. And all of a sudden, as soon as these horrible creatures started, they stop. And you look out the window, and you see the very faint trails of red wasps and hornets drifting lazily into a small tree outside the property and slipping into a hole in the trunk.
I'm gonna look, and I'm assuming Gwyn is, or blonde hair guy whose name is not Gwyn, is still sitting in his fancy ass chair.
He's not there anymore.
I do want to have Franklin use his mimicry ability to call out in Darius's voice, poorly at least, "Fuck you."
Please roll me deception.
No, it's not how that works.
Oh no!
No, blonde hair guy,
Oh, big
whose name is
DM
Gwyn,
guy.
has to roll a DC 10 insight check to see if he can recognize it's a fake voice or not.
Fair enough. One second.
Got
Let me
him.
get it. You said it was an insight, correct?
Yeah, DC 10.
All right. Let me get his stats up very quickly. All right. Here we go. DC 10.
Yeah, pretty easy.
Well, on insight,
Yeah.
All right. Well, he has a +8, but that is a nat 1.
Wow, just made the cut. Holy
So,
Oh fuck.
so no, he didn't make it. So you'll hear very faintly, "Fuck you, Darius."
Mission accomplished.
And as sort of the evening continues on, each minute feeling longer, this is a natural stopping point. We will continue the house siege next episode.
That sounded like the exit for Maximum Fun.
Our band is maximum fun.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.